Welcome, everybody, to the campus of Nashua High School South, home of the Purple Panthers, as they get set to take on the Bishop Guertin Cardinals in a rematch of what was a very intense high school basketball regular season game. We are in the quarterfinal round of the 2023 New Hampshire Division I Boys Basketball Tournament. South is ranked fourth seed against the 5th seed Bishop Guertin, so the Panthers get to host. And a game on January 3rd, BG came out on top here at South by 4 points, 70-66. This one should be just as close, just as exciting. I'm John Collins, along with Rich McDonough and Tom King. Tom, we just had the equivalent of a NASCAR pit stop for a changeover from north to south with the equipment. Pete Johnson got it done.
Yeah, Rich, I'm spending way too much time with him in one day. It's not good, you know. The quality of life is important to me.
I haven't wound cable that quickly since I was in a band.
Yeah, no kidding. You know, let's go back to that regular season game. Again, you can toss it out the window. Both teams are different from then. Although I see South being different, BG being almost the same. The kid you look at for BG, Matt Santosuazo, if he doesn't lead them, if he doesn't score for them, they're in trouble. For South, I think their MVP is Dennis Guertin. He's not a big scorer, but defensively in the paint and clutch rebounds, putbacks, he's big. The one thing they didn't get in their preliminary round game with Merrimack was the scoring they needed. They only scored 38 points. You don't win many tournament games doing that. Somehow they did. We'll take a look and see how that goes today.
Well, can Winena keep out the second chance points?
Well, the big battle is going to be Winena, you know, against Javari Ellison, right? That's the big battle. So, you know.
Well, the North Gymnasium was fairly noisy. We had the benefit of the
this is louder.
sunshine. This is louder.
This is louder. This is louder. There weren't many North students there, if you noticed that today. It was a pretty quiet student section.
Yeah.
And now we're about ready for our national anthem.
Al St. Louis on the national anthem. And let me tell you something, Rich McDonough. He's the second busiest guy at New Hampshire High School College winter sports playoff season. And the difference between Al St. Louis and Tom King is Al enjoys what he does.
Well, and he also looks like he stole Bill Murray's shoes from
Al's
Kingpin.
got better shoes.
Better shoes.
Better shoes.
He does have great shoes.
I mean, that's Marshall Holman era stuff.
Right.
Yeah. We were just saying you're the second busiest guy this time of year behind him, but the difference is you enjoy it. Pete Johnson on the controls next to me. Dylan Smith is on camera. We are thrilled to bring you this basketball doubleheader today on Nashua ETV. It was a truly exciting first game, North eking it out over Exeter 58-55. Let's see what game 2 brings here at Nashua High South. Dennis Wainana, Tom's nominee for the X Factor in this game for South, wins the tip, and he gives it to Zach Castanway. And Josh Caruso back to Castanway. 2 key players touching the ball early, and we have a out of bounds.
Yeah, he stepped on the baseline.
But what a backcourt for the Panthers here.
So Mr. Sanasuazo checked in with you before the game, Rich?
He did.
What did he want?
He wanted me to make sure that you mentioned his son first.
You know what? It won't be hard. It won't be hard to get Mr. Sanasuazo his wish.
Great athlete, great young man. I love him. And I got a kid at BG, but I'm
There's a three-pointer, and it rattles around just out. Wainana got a big hand on it, but it ends up his BG ball.
I'll tell you, number 3, Mackey, for the Cardinals is quick, and he's going to be a presence.
And there's a shot from distance by their big man. Jabari Ellison doesn't go. The putback, 2 chances at it for Matt Sanasuazo, and he just didn't get the roll.
Early on in that possession, Javari had,
wow,
and there's a big
taking
drive.
the contact, making the basket.
Javari had a chance to go right up against Wainana, and he passed it up.
Right.
And that told me something right there. That's not what you want to see happen.
Zach Castanway with the first 2 points of the game. Wow, that floater was almost on top of us.
That's the way he does it.
We're close to the court here, folks.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well,
in the corner. Tom's up behind the basket. He's okay, but we have to watch out for the Pete's laptop, I think. Oh, look at those players hit the deck. And South comes away with it.
Well, we saw a lot of that on at North earlier today, didn't we?
Absolutely. A no-look pass, Wainana with the put-in on the feed from Alice Roy Cortez.
I tell you, he's changing shot selection in the paint in the zone there, and then, you know, dumping a little 6-footer out there. He's already having an impact.
Ellison hands it to Tyler Mackey. Mackey swings it over to Luke Anderson. Back to Ellison. He took a shot from there and missed a moment ago.
Well, it's a zone defense, and then they play in the middle with Wainana.
Matarazzo touched it, and Sanasuazo ended up trying it, but he got blocked. Castanway with a touchdown pass.
And
2 more.
Tom, that's just what you and I were talking about pregame there.
Right.
Is
transition.
Dennis. Yeah, transition.
If you let South go in transition, you're doomed. And Guertin's got to play better defense.
6-0 burst to start the game. Nashua High South is up. 8-minute quarters. We are just over 2.5 minutes into the game. And there's Ellison underneath, and he can't get that to go. Wainana, wrestling match with Matarazzo.
Every time Wainana touches the ball, I grab it because he's not a dribbler. He's not a possession guy. So I want to grab that ball. There are a lot of plays like that from Merrimack in that game the other night.
And Matarazzo recognized that, and, you know, good hustle, good tie-up.
Yep.
But BG throws away their chance for turning the turnover into points. And they're still scoreless, almost 3 minutes into the first quarter of this quarterfinal round game. The winner of this one will play the winner of Bedford Trinity, which goes off at 5 o'clock. BG wrestles down the rebound. And splitting the defense, Luke Anderson will take a jumper from the free throw line, and he makes it.
He's their best pure scorer. So
yeah, he got his hips perfectly square.
Yeah,
great
they need him to go off for them a little bit.
First 2 points of the game by Luke Anderson. Zach Castanway gets shut down as far as any thought of a 3-pointer there by Matarazzo. Swings it to Caruso, baseline, gets double-teamed, and the ball ripped away.
Great hands by Mackey.
Tyler Mackey with the steal, in rhythm. Luke Anderson, no good. Ellison rebound, bounce pass. Matarazzo gets blocked by Wainana.
That's 2 blocks already for the big guy.
Caruso with the long pass finds Castanway. That's 2 touchdowns for Castanway ahead of the field.
Wow, he is so quick to the glass.
He sure is, man. He's the first one down the court, and his teammates know to look for him.
Well,
Ellison, no-look pass, gets it back, shoots the 3. And no, Caruso skies, beats a double team, throws it to Alice Roy Cortez, driving, spinning, Wainana with the gimme, no, rebound Ellison.
Offensively, Wainana never leaves his feet unless he's dunking the ball.
Right. Matarazzo whips it
He
underneath.
doesn't need to.
Santa Suazo reverses, no. Good job of communication there as Wainena took it.
And Dennis was listening to Tom out there. He kept the ball high, turned himself into an 8-footer instead
over
of
the basket.
putting it
Here
on
we
his
go
hip.
again.
Santa Suazo,
Front
almost
rim.
a set shot.
Yep.
No, Wainena influenced
See,
that shot
like,
again.
well, again, what he did influence was the fact that Santa Suazo wasn't going to drive to the hoop. Instead,
Yep.
he pulls up for the quick shot.
And also kind of arced it more than he wanted and
he
left it short.
Right, and he rushed it, and he left it short.
He's an explosive athlete, but
Wainena is the factor in this game. He is ruining BG's offense.
Nate Mazzaro, what is he gesturing there to the right? They swing it over there now, looking for Caruso. He's clamped down immediately by Anderson, but Josh Caruso with an athletic play, and Dennis Wainena around and in.
Not the start BG wanted, but the start that South wanted. But John, we saw this before.
Yeah.
It was 14-2 against Merrimack. And we thought blowout city.
Right. And Merrimack closed it down.
Well, BG's got to find something.
Luke Anderson
And
tried to
that's-
find a teammate. Instead, he found Karsten
and
Lemire.
that's not it.
And then Roy Cortez. And again,
they
Castanway's
gotta call
got three
time.
gimmies.
They got to call time.
Yeah, you got
I'll
to.
tell you, he had 27 in their first tilt, and he has got 8 already. He's off to the races,
Yeah.
literally.
But in that first tilt, they shut him down in the second half.
That
was the
fast
key.
dozen donuts right there for
Yep.
Nashua South here on a Sunday afternoon, March 5 of 2023. These two teams played just about exactly 2 months ago, and it was a 4-point win for BG. And it doesn't look like any memory of that exists in the minds of South, except they're trying to blow BG out of the gym early.
I mean, they had all their losses were single digits in close contests, and then they just got a nice rhythm down the stretch.
Yeah.
You know, and it shows. It's still in play.
So we saw North take care of business barely against Exeter earlier. Now we're treated to this terrific matchup. Both teams' schools represented well here at the South Gym.
Right.
Matt Santa Suazo gives it up. Luke Anderson hands it off to Tyler Mackey, back to Santa Suazo. South in a zone. To the right now. They'll swing it up top. Santa Suazo's going to give it up.
Yeah.
And Mackey faked the shot. He's underneath, spinning.
Look at that
Going to
save.
kick it back
Nice
outside.
kick out.
Can away. No. Rebound, Isaiah Hedquist.
But see, Wainena changed everything. They would have taken the ball right to the basket otherwise.
Absolutely.
You know what? They should still do it.
Yeah. Get him in foul trouble,
Exactly. Go at him.
maybe? Yeah, you
Get
can't
him in foul
not.
trouble.
Or you're going to just
Right.
fade away.
Right.
Couple of pump fakes, you can draw something on the arm.
Oh, you could do anything that way. Right.
Caruso kicked it off a double team, and that's a clean block, the officials say. Back the other way they come.
Yeah, great rotation back by Mackey, and he's off the
Mackey.
board. Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's just it. No, you can't play with fear.
Avoids the charge.
Right.
And hits the hoop. So good sequence defensively and offensively. BG, what do we have?
Offensive foul.
Oh, yeah.
Push off on Caruso,
On Caruso,
I believe, right?
like a football receiver. He pushed off to
Yep.
get that pass.
Football receivers don't push off.
Oh, no, never.
No. So,
All right,
that,
Wainena
that's
subs
104
out.
to go in a fast-moving first quarter. What did you think of the non-call underneath as South went for the lay-in by Joshua Tripp, Tom? You think that was a foul or
Yeah,
no?
I looked. I mean, there's going to be
Clean
contact.
block,
Going to
yeah.
be contact any time in. So,
Around the perimeter now, Matt Santa Suazo, 45 seconds. He tries to split the seam. He bounced past Ellison, contested lay-in.
That's what they want to do.
yeah, well, guess who's out of the game?
Well, Hedquist is in the
Wainena.
middle.
Right, but still, he's bigger than Hedquist is.
Wow, that's a 7-inch
Yeah,
you know,
height differential there.
that's a big differential, but you got to rest Wainena so he's strong for the latter part of the game.
No, with a good lead is a very good sub by Coach.
Devin Sawyer in the game, number 12, to Hedquist, holding it over his head.
Almost.
Now Joshua Tripp with it. 14 seconds. South definitely playing for the last shot. A thumbs down from Nate Mazzaro. I'm not sure what that means.
Well, it's a play.
It's a play. Castanway to the hoop, and he makes it. Zach Castanway a magician on that drive.
He didn't call that.
If I'm not mistaken, that was on that was against Javari, right?
Yeah.
He was on him.
Did you see the spin he put on that ball, the climb up on the glass over?
You're seeing better play out of Castanway and Caruso, but mainly Castanway.
Yeah.
He had 10 to open.
He was taken out of the game by Merrimack the other night, and
not the case so far through the first quarter.
Not quite. And if they let him do that, curtains.
Yeah. If they don't go at Winena and they let Zach Castanway do his thing, we're talking a blowout.
Yep.
So, again, Coach King checking in with what PG adjustment that they have to make, Rich.
Yeah, what do you say? Maybe the Tomahawks can slow down because they can play that game.
They did a great job. Yeah, their job was to slow the pace down.
But BG has explosive athletes and good runners of their own, clearly.
Be tempted to,
and you have to be true to yourself.
But who's quiet in this game?
Mr. Santa Suazo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's got to score.
Well, and Winena's changing the trajectory of every shot.
Just go at him.
Matt is not
pretend
out there
it's football
to begin the second quarter.
Pretend it's football and go at him, right?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Maybe his coach is probably talking to him on the bench over there, but right now, Matt Sanasuazo not in there to begin the second quarter. As South is up 14-6. It's a great first quarter for South, but they didn't run away and hide yet. It's an 8-point difference. South with the ball. Castanway.
Well, if they let Castanway do more of that, they will. There he goes.
And there he goes doing his thing.
And he does it
He's got
again.
a dozen. Wow. 12 of South's first 16 points by number 11, Zach Castanway.
Remember Steve Miserak?
Yes.
Could put anything in the pocket in the pool.
Billiards.
I mean, this is the same thing. He gets
in
everything
rhythm.
to drop.
Beautiful shot there.
Was that Hudson?
By Hudson Nichols.
Hudson Nichols, yeah, senior.
Yeah, and BG wants more of that. 7-point game now after the 3 by Hudson Nichols. Castanway with it.
I'll be looking to see how Mackey asserts himself here for the Cardinals.
Long shot, long arms by Ellison, but he stepped out of bounds in fielding that rebound. South will inbound it.
And right on cue, here comes Matt Sanasuazo, number 20, 2-0.
Checks back in. Inbound play by Devin Sawyer, looking for an open teammate. It's going to be Joshua Tripp in the corner. Tripp hands it off to Castanway. Casually back towards center court. Going to work to his right.
It's a good pick by Hedquist, but
Luke Anderson switches off, pokes at it. Roy Cortez now.
Don't leave him open. He'll shoot. He has no fear either.
In the corner. Sawyer thought about a shot. Bounce pass and reverse. No good. It was the right idea.
Too hard.
They couldn't finish, and Roy Cortez, good anticipation.
Nice rotation.
Knocks the pass away from Hudson Nichols.
Third leading scorer. He's very quick.
2 new players. Josh Caruso returns to the game, and Wainena back in the game for South after the breather between quarters. Sanasuazo handling it. Luke Anderson swings it around. Hudson Nichols back up top. Nichols gets it back. Ellison in the corner. Wainena on him. Battle of the big men there. Stolen South. Roy Cortez.
They need to swing it more.
Castanway for 3. Oh, I was going to say he's going to hit on all cylinders if he got that one after all the lay-ins, but didn't go. And chance to cut into this 7-point deficit for the Cardinals, nearly a throwaway. Ellison for 2.
He's got
it. Javari Ellison, smooth as silk on that shot.
5 points now.
Yes, 16-11. Castanway.
What do you do when you trail? You let your defense become your offense, and Guertin's got to do that. They got to play better defense.
Alexei Roy Cortez lowering the shoulder.
Right on cue. He heard you. He heard you, TK.
Yep.
That with the steal there. And Alexei, no look pass, but it catches the teammate unaware. And somehow he gets it back to Anderson.
How did that happen? I thought Roy Cortez was going to take that all the way.
We got some magician work down here, too.
3 from the corner.
Nice look.
Doesn't go. And Roy Cortez, the fadeaway jumper's good.
Well, I never fear when the ball's in his hands if you're a South fan.
Talented player.
Makes
He make
things
those
happen.
typical looking shots.
Yep, makes things happen.
BG down 7 again, 18-11. Just over 5 minutes to go
There's a
first
skip
half.
pass.
In rhythm from the corner. Hudson Nichols shot, but the putback.
And there's the
Canaway.
second chance points we were talking about, Tom.
Canaway. Yeah, you're not going to get many of those, though, with Winena in there.
Well, he was out. He was out on the blocks.
Right. I don't know how Canaway just snuck right in there. Good second chance point by BG.
Robert Canaway makes it a 5-point game. Here's Alisei Roy Cortez, nearly stolen by Ellison.
Boy, he's got some long arms.
He does.
Bounce pass, Castonway. What a teamwork job there from Joshua Tripp.
Their backdoor cuts and bounce passes are terrific.
Practice, 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 right?
Hudson Nichols thought about it. He had 2 players in his face. Bounce pass, bobbled, gets it back, can't get it to
Good
go.
tap.
Canaway. Ellison, that basically a free throw, uncontested.
Well, he's there at the foul line, uncontested. He'll hit that shot all day.
Well, and Canaway couldn't get the rebound, but he tapped it out. That's just good IQ.
We saw that in the first game in Exeter with a couple of tap outs just to get rebound. If you can't get the rebound, try to knock it to somebody who can. Look at that, Cortez.
Very quick, couldn't get it roll from the
Left
put it
and
on
right.
the box. Nice look by
Hudson Nichols kicks it back out. There's a three-pointer is good from Luke Anderson, and we have a 2-point game.
Yep.
You could see BG upped it a notch on defense, and it produced results.
I thought Nichols got away with a walk there, but no call. Big 3.
20-18. About a half a quarter left here in the first half.
They're still feeling each other out in a
Yeah.
way. They really are, you know.
It's
This
like
is-
those NBA games. You really can't take them serious until
And
the second
here's
half.
an example of how different this game is from what we saw, the Rock'em Sock'em game we saw with North and Exeter. Look at the fouls.
Hardly any.
One foul in
One
this
foul.
game. One foul.
We had players fouling out in the first half of that other game.
Yeah, and that
so-
foul was in the first minute.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
One foul.
I'll tell
Also,
you,
maybe an indication of how this crew is calling them, or not.
there's no lack of physicality out there.
No, there
Right.
not
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of double pumps and quick moves. The game is very quick right now.
As you can see right there, Santa Suazo, Alisei Roy Cortez,
Yeah, that's it.
calmly
I'm
drains
telling
a
you,
three.
ball's in his hands. Good things happen.
23-18. Championship hopes are in his hands, and that of Dennis Wainena and Zach Castonway, and a great supporting cast. Josh Caruso, Karsten Lemire included, to make up the 5 players on the court
BG
right
had
now.
Anderson wide open underneath and didn't get it to him in time.
Logan Lowney, number 14, in the game. Spencer Matarazzo back to the basket. Santa Suazo over the goal line. Fumble, but it is a out of bounds off.
There was no shortage of contact there either.
Yeah,
No,
Yep. Letting them play.
that's right. Inbound play. That's Santa Suazo off the pick, runs it to Wainena and decides otherwise. In rhythm, Mackey
Front
left
rim.
it short. Matarazzo got a hand on it, but Wainena got the rebound.
And when Nana stopped putting it down by his hip.
Caruso for 3.
bang! Oh,
No.
He's usually money from the outside.
That little bit of hesitation might have cost him.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't
Luke
think
Anderson thought he committed a backcourt, but or something, or self pass, but officials said you're all right.
Caruso.
Matarazzo, and there's let Luke Anderson know. Put back by Mackey as he snuck in.
Yeah, with Winena off to the other side.
Yep.
That allows the putback by Mackey, and we still have a 3-point game.
One score separating the teams. That's all. Castonway slings it. Caruso will try a 3 from there.
There he
and
is.
make it.
He can light it up, and that's his
he
first
really
bucket of the
can.
game.
He had some games the first half of the season that were phenomenal.
No hesitation on that make by Joshua Caruso. Matarazzo passes it off to Luke Anderson. They play catch around the perimeter now. Logan Lowney has it stolen by Castonway. Matarazzo gets it back, and he takes it to the hoop. Blocked cleanly by Wainena. Foul by BG. They want a jump ball. They're not going to get it. Foul on Lowney.
Good hustle, just too much contact finally. I tell you, there's Wainena. He's got about 4 or 5 blocks already, and he has changed 5 or 6 shots.
MVP.
Even though Castangwe has 14 already.
MVP, Winena changes everything.
He is the difference maker so far,
Yep.
Tom. Yep.
Castangwe is going to get his points against Guertin. And what you have to have is somebody to prevent Guertin from having someone else get Castangwe's type points.
Well, in the last 5 minutes of play or so, South has really balanced out its scoring attack.
Josh Caruso had a good look, but he just was long on the shot, knocked out of bounds off of a Panther pair of hands and BG ball. Minute and a half to go in the first half.
This game is blowing by.
It sure is.
No foul. Nobody's going to the line. The clock hasn't stopped.
The other game was a slogfest to the line. Bounce pass, and Karsten Lemire was there. BG got it back on a lucky bounce.
Lemire is gritty. Nice rotation to help.
Vincent Lazzari in the game right now. He's got it. Number 24, trying to find an opening. Passes it off to Hudson Nichols. Nichols gives it to Mackey.
BG's trying to get open from the outside. South coming way out in their zone to play it.
Under a minute now. There's Matarazzo against Winena, and they're going to call for a foul. And Dennis is demonstrative that he thought he had a clean block.
Let me take a look. Sure looked like it. I don't know. His arm was covering Matarazzo's arm. Elbow to elbow, possibly. So that could have been the call right there.
I saw Dennis hit the ball, but I also saw him hit maybe palm simultaneously. So it's a tough call. Goes against South that time. And Winena's going to take a break.
He didn't touch his palm.
No?
No, he touched his elbow. I'll show you at halftime.
Well, and there we go. Another 7. Hedquist comes in. He'll man the middle, but that's a 7-inch drop off, and then the length, just the flat-out length that Winena has.
Spencer Matarazzo hits his free throw, and it is a 4-point game? Yes, 26-22. With 51 seconds left, time for South to score a few baskets at the pace they're playing at. Alice Roy Cortez will walk it down this time. Looking to his right.
Haven't heard from Castangwe in a while.
Up the middle, stops, pops, and no. Underneath Hedquist with a tough rebound. And what do you got? He draws a foul.
That's a terrific box out.
Great offensive rebound by Hedquist. And if I'm Guertin, I'm looking at Ellison and I'm saying there's no way you should let him get that ball.
Do they sell the Hedquist headband at the concession stand? That's what I want to know. Because if he goes to the state title, I think the whole
I think for the championship game, I think we all should wear one.
Yes.
Yep. Especially DJ PDP.
Yes. Isaiah Hedquist.
Stole it from Rocky.
Making an impact here. Caruso with an impossible-looking drive, and he
28 seconds left. Do they hold? I don't think so.
I think they go for the next best good look they get.
Yep.
Yeah, if it's 15 seconds left, so be it.
It's 18 now.
And you want to take advantage of Winena's
holding.
Exactly, Rich. Now, we've got to go to Ellison underneath, right?
They're holding. No Winena in there.
Alley-oop it to him.
I like it.
They get it to him. And he gives it up. Matarazzo has more time than the South fans.
That
was
5-4-3 would have you believe. Caruso gets rid of it, and it stays in the gym.
That was a great shot.
That was a great shot. Nails it.
The home crowd doing its dirtiest job there.
Boy.
Calling out the fake clock.
And after a half that looked like, Zach Castanway piling up the points like they were going to take a big lead, what do you have? A one-score game.
He hasn't scored in 6 minutes.
26-24, that's the key.
All right.
Yeah, so we are going to go to halftime, and a blindingly fast first half is in the books. 26-24, South clinging to that lead as we put a fresh 8 minutes up on the board for the third quarter coming up. John Collins with Rich McDonough and Tom King. Come back with us for the exciting conclusion of this quarterfinal playoff game on Nashua ETV.
Here in northern Maine, we have basically 10 million acres of continuous bird habitat. It's like nothing else in the country or maybe even the world. What's special about this place is the fact that it's so dark at night for birds that depend on the stars to navigate, and that if they get tired, they've got a place to land, lots of safe places to land and places to feed. And when they're flying over urban or suburban areas, they don't have so many options.
Light and dark cycles are a really important component of birds' annual rhythms and the annual rhythms of kind of every species on the landscape. So birds rely on the phenology of insects and trees to find food in the springtime, enough to fuel themselves and enough to feed their chicks. Insects and the trees rely oftentimes on changes of the seasons, and if the night and day cycles get confused by artificial light, it can be harder for birds and other animals to find their way or attune their seasonal clocks in the way that they're evolved to.
Birds on their own tell us so many things about the environment. They're a great indicator species as far as how the overall health of the forest and the landscape is doing. And we have a lot of long-term data on bird communities. They're easy to see and they're easy to hear. We have comparative data on this study from the project that was done 30 years ago. So we can look at what bird communities were like 30 years ago and how the forests have changed, how climate change, weather patterns have changed, and how light pollution has changed. And all of those things have an impact on the bird community and the broader ecosystem. Not only are we studying the birds and getting to ask some really interesting scientific questions, but it has a lot of real-world management applications. And with timber companies and organizations like Appalachian Mountain Club and residents of the communities here in northern Maine, the idea that our research might be able to inform some future management practices and keep this area undeveloped makes me really passionate about being on the project.
Welcome back, everybody, to Nashua ETV's telecast of Bishop Guertin at Nashua South quarterfinal round playoff game, and we got a tight one, fast-moving but very close. South is up 26-24 on their home court, where they lost to BG in the team's regular season meetup, 70-66 back on January 3rd, and of course.
Now it's just a question.
South hopes to not a repeat of that.
Well, I mean, Rich said it. I mean, they got to get Castanway going, right? They've got to get the offense back. They had plenty of offense in that first quarter. They probably feel that they should have, a lot more. Look, it was, end of one, it was 14-6, 12 points. Okay, you would have figured they could get in transition 30 to 35 points in the quarter.
But
they didn't do it.
Credit PG, they had 18 points in the second quarter.
They finally shot from the outside.
Yeah, after only 6 in the first.
Ellison all alone at the foul line, hits a couple. Anderson drains one. Matarazzo, Mackey, they all took part. So they hit their shots, different game.
And Castanway hasn't hit a bucket since the, 6
big.
minutes left
Right.
in the second.
That's big.
And Wainana pushes the ball out of the hands of the Bishop Guertin ball handler. Caruso in rhythm for two, and it's a 3 points, they say.
Yeah,
Three ball.
Top of the key.
29-24.
Yep.
Lead for South.
Look, those two get going.
Yeah.
That's how they win.
There's your guy, though, Wainana again, Tom, with the steal.
Yep.
The
More
hand
arms.
and Caruso got a hand on that. Ellison working it.
Good for Ellison.
Boy, that's a
Go up
muscle
on him.
shot.
Yeah.
He
you got
Muscle
to,
it
right?
up. You've got to.
One score game again. Caruso. Oh, what a glide piece. Beautiful shot.
He only had 3 points in the first half, and for their backcourt to be held pretty in check down the last 6 minutes or so of the second quarter is saying something.
Joshua Caruso covering ground, elevating and just laying it in.
Intense.
He's got their first 5.
Mackey had a chance to put it up there, thought better of it. Bounce past Matarazzo, slings it outside, in rhythm. Matt Santasuazo left and left.
Set shot. How many set shots do you see these days,
What a
right?
save by Guertin, but they throw it to Kamir.
I'll tell you, if Matt had followed that shot, he would have
He would have had a rebound and 2 points.
Yep. Easy putback.
Yeah, set shots are not.
But they need to
in
get
this
him
game.
going, Rich. I mean, he's got to get some points.
Yeah.
Set shots in this game, two things that don't go together. As the defense clamping down, pass Conway gets loose baseline. Good job of finding him for the bounce pass basket. Santa Suazo with his head up.
And see, look what happens. Caruso, Castanway, what do we got? 7-point game.
Javari Ellison left hand off the glass and in.
Yeah, they need to work that.
Five-point game.
Those two score, South usually wins.
Santa Suazo is a goose egg so far.
That's
Castanway buying a breather while he's dribbling.
that doesn't help BG. They need his points. He was their leading scorer in the win over Alvern. He's their best athlete. He needs to put points on the board.
Castanway faked the pass to Lemire, playing catch with Roy Cortez. Good no-look pass. Lemire kicks it back outside. Caruso is shut down by Santa Suazo and has to give it up. Alice Roy Cortez, lengthy possession here for South as they look for an opening, and BG ups the defensive intensity, playing zone.
Maybe their longest possession of the game.
Yeah,
Interesting.
been run and gun a lot.
Yeah, they gotta watch Caruso as he's running around in the zone.
Josh Caruso's going
There
to
he
take a bomb
goes.
of a shot, doesn't go, and Wainana got a hand on it. Some collision over here. Nice dribbling display to stay in bounds by Luke Anderson, but it's stolen. Wainana to the basket. He had ideas about a jam, but Matarazzo got in the way. Three-pointer is good.
Caruso,
is alive and well now.
yeah, points to his fandom in the stands.
Yeah, he was right in front of him when he
Yep.
let it go, so they really enjoyed
Yep.
that one.
He's got 8 already in this
Yeah,
quarter.
that's big. That's huge, right?
That's the difference in the game.
Yep.
36-28.
There you go.
Nice reverse lay-in by Javari Ellison. 36-30. BG won't go away. South trying to add to their total. Caruso, tough fadeaway. Lemire got a hand on it, batted it. Caruso's all by himself, and no. Oh, the student body behind him wanted that
Well,
one badly.
you said it, all by himself. How does that happen, right? You got two
good
guys you got to
hands.
stop.
Quick passing, though, by South created the opening for Caruso. Castanway there, you can see he's talking about telling Carson, give it to me quicker. Out of bounds off of South.
If you're BG defensively, you have two guys you need to stop offensively. Two guys. And then and you're going to take your chances with Roy Cortez, but you need to eliminate Castanway and Caruso. Easier said than done.
Joshua Tripp and Isaiah Hedquist checked back into this game. Karsten Lemire and Dennis Wainana getting a breather here with 3:45 to go in the third quarter.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if BG exploits that height differential again.
Luke Anderson's long shot doesn't go. Touchdown pass. Castanway has it knocked out of bounds by Luke Anderson. Good back-checking hustle.
Yeah, great hustle by
Yeah,
Anderson.
he wanted a foul on that play.
Did you want
Yeah,
one?
it was clean.
Yeah, it looked clean to me.
Yeah, me
Right in
too.
front of us.
Yep.
So, 3:34 to go, third quarter.
Still, you got to ask.
Look at how many fouls have been called in this third quarter.
Zero. How many were in the first half? One, right? Was that one foul in the first half?
I mean,
3, I
guess
think.
we
3?
deserve this after that other game,
Oh,
Tom.
my God.
Wainana had 2 in the first half. That's a walk.
That's a travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a walk.
Well, I'll tell you what that was great poise there by Canaway to keep his feet.
And not land on the shooter.
That's right, made him think twice.
Yep.
Yeah, he actually gets credit for that turnover. So inbound play for Guertin. Trying to make it a one-score game again, perhaps down by 6 with possession.
All right, Panthers are as small as they get right now. Let's see what Santa Suazo can do.
Well, Ellison isn't in the game, though, too, right?
Yeah, both bigs out.
Yeah, both bigs out. I'm surprised at that. He's not foul trouble,
No,
right?
it's his
Right?
strategy. Luke Anderson gets shut off baseline. Twisting and turning. Somehow he finds Anderson. Good pass from Canaway. Through traffic. One of those bounce passes in the paint that Tom really doesn't like that much, but every once in a while, the team able to pull it off. Castanway with the stop, pop, misses.
Good hustle by
Gets
Hedquist.
it back, does it again.
There he is again.
And all kinds of extra bites at the apple, but no go for South. Ahead of the field, what a nice bounce pass again. Was that Canaway to Santa Suazo?
No, it's Mackey.
Suazo finally gets on the
Mackey on the
board.
pass?
Mackey with the beautiful rebound and outlet, and then Santa Suazo. That's his first bucket of the game.
Right? Oh, really?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, but it's still only
Timeout
a one-score game.
All of a sudden, it looked like
Yeah.
Nashua South would take control, and now what do we see? It's a 2-point game, and Santa Suazo has a chance to make it a 1-point game. We'll see what substitutions are made off the timeout with 2:27 left here in the third quarter.
In the tournament bracket, South is 4th seed, Bishop Guertin is the 5th seed, and we're getting exactly the kind of game you would
It's
think
a 6-0 run by BG.
you'd get in a 4-5 matchup. The winner of this one gets to play the winner of Bedford and Trinity. That game is now underway in Bedford.
And we got a
started at 5.
6 p.m. game as well, right?
We do.
John?
That's
Pickard and
gonna be
it's
in
Pickard and Wyndham.
Derry. Pickard and Wyndham. The winner of that one will play Nashua North, who defeated Exeter barely 58-55 in a game that we did on Nashua TV. Began at 2 o'clock, and much of the game was focused on the free throw line, where this game has not been.
I think, they were sub 500, North was from the line. And
They were horrible.
41 attempts.
They were horrible.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
brutal.
yeah.
It was
Something
brutal.
like that.
Yeah, by both teams, I think we were talking about
Yeah,
60 free throws?
Exeter, but Exeter was much better from the line.
Jason Roby was scrambling for his abacus.
Yes.
It's amazing,
lot of free throws.
amazing the difference, isn't it?
Oh,
There we go,
It
1
is.
point.
It's a
1 point
One-point
game.
1-point game.
And when you talk about substitutions, when Nana is in, Javari Ellison is not. Oh, almost a steal there by Matarazzo.
Josh Caruso with it.
Yep, and Caruso's back in the game as well, right?
Nichols has to rotate over
Roy
earlier.
Cortez battling to keep his pivot foot.
And he called time.
I think it was Nate Masroll right beside the ref that called it.
Yep. Coach
And-
bailed him out.
Yeah, he did. And it's a 1-point game.
But you got to be careful, though. You don't want to, you don't want
Hey, Tom.
to use up your timeouts too much.
30 seconds left in the first quarter at Bedford. Trinity 29, Bedford 15.
Ooh,
That is
wow.
jaw-dropping.
What's going on?
Well, obviously, Trinity's
It reminds me of the Bishop Guertin girls game score, right?
Tyler Bike, I bet, is shooting extremely well for Trinity. I bet he's the catalyst.
I mean, he's averaging, 25 a
yeah,
game?
he's a
something
great
like
shooter.
That,
And if he's shooting, that puts him up.
I mean, first. It's in the first.
Yeah.
29 points.
Yep.
So it's after 1, yep. Trinity has doubled up Bedford early in that one. Bedford, the #1 seed, the only boys team that had a bye.
My guess is they got a lot of runs in them.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
that's
rusty.
John just said it. The only team without a bye.
Yeah,
that was a
Trinity
big-
had to earn their way in
That was
with
a
a
big
win
deal.
over Portsmouth.
They needed to scrimmage the girls' team.
Alice A. Roy Cortez, kind of a wild-looking runner that doesn't go.
Yep.
Santa Suazo, chance for BG to get the lead here. Matt shoots it.
Left side.
No, off to the left
Good
again.
good hustle there by Canaway, number 34, but couldn't hang on to the ball. Santa Suazo has inserted himself into the offense. He's back in the game.
But he's got to hit some of those
He's
shots.
got to hit that, but, it was a good look.
You got a good look like that, you got to drain it.
Zach Stanway with it.
Ellison getting ready to come back in the game.
Stanway looking for Caruso. Now he dribbles this way. Underneath, good pass, but denied by Luke Anderson. They're going to call a foul on
Yeah,
him.
he got him on the arm. I mean, they're letting him play physical ball, but that was just, you had to call that.
Yep.
You did. I agree.
But it was a great rotation to help.
Non-shooting foul, of course, because it's only the first team foul on Guertin.
All right, and they're going to
And
rest
we are
Santa
just about into
Suazo.
the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they're going to rest him for the fourth.
Yep.
Winena hands it off to Caruso.
They were looking for the give and go there from the arc.
And
Good
now
defense.
Zach Stanway. It would be really ironic if this game came down to free throws, considering we haven't seen very many at all. There's a knifing play by Josh Caruso through the paint, up and in.
Tell you what, they've shut down Castangwe, but Caruso.
Yeah, he's picked it up.
Wainena able to stave off the attack by Ellison. The bobble, loose ball, and picking it up is Karsten Lemire.
Like watching volleyball.
Yeah. Hot potato.
30 seconds, they'll probably hold. I think that's what coach is looking for, is hold for 2.
Holding for that last shot. Dennis Wainena up top with it.
There's good help defense by Guertin underneath.
Josh
18
Caruso
seconds.
and Castanway is going to take a few more seconds off. Down to 10 now.
All right, here comes the play. Here's that thumbs
clearing out
down.
the right side.
Anybody hits a 3, it's a 6-point lead.
And Lemire's going to take it. The turnaround from the free throw line doesn't go.
And
And
he gets
Carson
fouled.
with a heads-up play
He gets fouled on the shot.
with 0.4 seconds remaining in
Lemire
the
with a
third quarter.
heads-up play to just put the ball in the direction of the hoop, knowing he probably wasn't going to hit it, and he goes to the line.
Exactly. Yeah, that last shot had no chance, but he knew he was drawing the foul.
So after this free throw, they're going to try to get Hedquist in there in case he misses the second one and get a rebound for a putback.
Well, he's a scrapper.
Makes it, and that makes it a 4-point lead. Not really any time for BG to get a shot away.
None.
Yeah. Maybe a catch and release from just inside the end line. One-handed throw. Lemire
Front
missed
rim.
it, and that'll do it for the quarter.
And right on cue, Hedquist
Yeah.
taps it out of danger.
So we have a 39-35 South lead. After all that, they actually gained ground in the quarter. 2 points to be exact. They were up 2 at half. They're up at 4 going into the fourth quarter, but still anybody's basketball game. Speaking of, in Bedford, Trinity 29, Bedford 20, with
They
lots
shaved-
of time left in the first
They
half.
shaved
some
5
points
points
off.
off very quickly.
Oh, they can score very quickly.
That's a great running team.
That is an unbelievable running team.
Maybe the key why they don't have
Trinity's
a big
as
lead.
good as they shoot. That's how Trinity
Yeah.
plays. I saw them play against South at Trinity about, I think it was the day after the Super Bowl, a Monday afternoon game.
Tell you what,
And it was, Trinity couldn't shoot, and they lost by 20.
I just saw Trinity scramble back on defense after a make, and they make another 3. They are back up by 34-20.
When they swing the ball, you
Yeah.
know, they get loose. And then, as Tom said, if they can convert from the stripe out there, you know.
That bye and also the snow postponement did no favors for the Bulldogs.
Didn't help. Yeah, did not help.
The number one
Bulldogs.
team is
Right.
struggling early in their home opener
Right.
of the playoffs.
Yeah, you're sitting there in limbo, and it's
Yeah.
frustrating. I'll tell you, big story for the third quarter there was, again, Castangwe, none, but Caruso woke up and he had 10 in that quarter.
I was a little disappointed that Alisei Roy Cortez passed up the last second shot there at the end of the third quarter. He passed it to Lemire. Lemire made it into a free throw. Karsten has it, dishes it. Roy Cortez immediately shut down by Mackey. Hand to the face called on Mackey. And Alisei is trying to shrug it off. He did get right around his eyes area. He's wiping at it.
That was just a battle of very quick guards right there.
Yeah.
Hedquist comes off, man. He gives a lot of valuable minutes out there.
Lunch
just
pail.
a hustle guy, yeah. The rusty
pail.
lunch pail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a great seat this is. Right up against the action. And
You guys
South.
were blinded by the light in the first game,
Oh
right?
boy, yeah. The sunlight was coming through. We have
Here we
much
go. Look at
later
that.
in the day here.
Isolation underneath in the paint. Wainena, nice help by Santa Suazo, but he gets too much skin.
That's a rare time when Ada puts the ball on the floor and he doesn't turn it over.
It's a long way down.
Matt could have
Dennis
gotten
Wainena.
should have gotten his hand in the dribble lane rather than go for arm.
Yep.
Oh, he had it open for a second there. Alisei Roy Cortez cutting to the ball. Has to pick it up off the floor.
He's pulling a Geese Osby move there.
Yeah. Was that a Harlem Globetrotter reference?
That would be.
Alice Roy Cortez dribbles it around. Castonway baseline, trying to beat a double team. Ellison absorbed some contact there.
Yeah, that was a foul. They didn't call it.
Yeah, you're right. Carson hit him on the back. Ellison has hit from outside before. He won't take this one, though. Bounce pass to Mackey. Matarazzo calling for the ball. Santa Suazo in rhythm. Luke Anderson, no, missed it left.
That was a 24-footer.
Heavy contact. Santa Suazo got called for another foul.
That's 2 quick ones on him.
Yes.
Well, there's no doubt about it. With 6:44 left in the game, BG's offense isn't what it needs to be, okay? It's just not. And until it gets that way, I think South is, no matter how close it gets, he's going to win this game.
Carson Lemire on Lemire.
How does Allison not get that rebound?
Yeah, and the putback.
He's right there.
A lot
Carson
of physicality on that series.
Nice feed from Castonway to set that up. Ellison trying to drive past Dennis, and he does, but he doesn't finish. And Lemire goes crashing to the floor with Spencer Matarazzo.
I think if Ellison keeps at that, he's going to get a few to drop there.
You would think.
He's very quick. Winana's good, but his footwork isn't. Can't keep up with him.
Yeah, and of course, if Javari doesn't get a few more of those, senior's season may come to an end here in this quarterfinal round playoff game. Elimination game. Battles of the 4 and 5 seeds coming down to the final 6 minutes. And
there we go, drop.
No, it's unfriendly roll there.
He cannot buy one, can he? Inside.
Got everything but the drop.
Yep, exactly.
Coach Nate Nazaro demonstrative on that miss, along with the purple-clad fans. He was glad it didn't go in, but also upset that maybe. Oh boy, and Javari Ellison.
Yeah, he's got to take a breath and get into some rhythm first.
So trailing 6, 41-35. Ellison needs to make some free throws. And
there we go.
rattles it in.
Little seeing eye ball there. Guertin is lurking.
Up the floor is Caruso.
Boy, they're pulling way out.
Bounce pass, Wainena.
Nice dish.
Caruso from deep in the corner, right in front of us for 3.
He's been the difference in this second half for South. No doubt about it.
13 in the second half.
13 in the second half after going scoreless in the first,
That's
right?
correct. No, he had 3 in the first.
He had 3 in the first, okay.
Yep.
Matarazzo, that left-handed jumper, no good. Santa Suazo, stripped of the ball, gets it back, goes right back up with it, got fouled by
Timeout.
Wainena.
Timeout, Guertin. I don't think
no
they called the foul.
foul.
They waved off the shot.
Yeah, Fisher just, probably saw it was too much.
Wow, it's unusual you see a foul right in the flow of play.
Right in the flow of a possession. That's
underneath.
That's a tough timeout to take because you would have had a guy going at the line for 2.
It's kind of glad that probably that didn't go in because it would have really been painful
Time
to
to
take it off the
the
board.
time to call time was right after Caruso's shot, right? You would have figured.
So the difficulties continue over at Bedford for the Bulldogs, trailing Trinity by 14 with 4 minutes left in the half.
Yeah, if they keep it to 14-12, they're still in the game. So we'll see.
Yeah, I've been watching Trinity as they beat this full court press. They've been making it a half court game.
Well, that's just it. If they beat the press,
and they've been hitting their threes. They hit another one there. They're up
at 17.
17.
Told you if they shoot, they win.
Bedford can score 10 points in a minute, though.
Right, but the thing is,
can't without the ball.
Right, and if Trinity keeps hitting them, they're gonna keep the pressure on.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yep.
And 9/10 of the hoop game.
So here we are with 5:27 left in this one to decide who is going to play the winner of Bedford Trinity on Wednesday, I believe it is.
Yeah, Wednesday at 5 p.m. And it will either be probably, I hope it's Exeter, it might be Portsmouth, we're not sure.
In the corner, neutral site.
Ellison nice job.
Following his miss.
That's a
nice
great
job
follow.
To follow it up.
He
gets
needs
those
more
long
of that.
arms up there.
Yeah, they got to get him going, but Santa Suazo, not enough points there. Simply put, Guertin just hasn't scored enough offense. They haven't scored enough points.
Props
and so
to
they're
Ellison.
trailing 6. South moving the ball rapidly around the perimeter. Wainena holding it, being guarded by Ellison. Roy Cortez with Mackey all over him. Cortez got fouled.
That's 3 on
Mackey on
Chanasuazo
a
quickly.
reach in. And watch the fouls now, gentlemen. That is the 15th foul for Guertin.
Yeah.
So now fouls may be a factor. They have one more to give before sending South to the line. And we saw how South closed it out on Wednesday night against Merrimack. Caruso was money from the line.
Yeah, it was a parade to the line, and they were able to hit consistently and salted away that one. Wainena, good alley-oop, inbound play.
Good job keeping his feet.
Stanway taking his time, going to the left now, putting on a dribbling display. Josh Caruso. Luke Anderson quickly all over him. Caruso, if you listen to the BG fans, he traveled. Official said no. Cortez reverses direction, dishes to Stanway in the
Nice
paint.
bounce
Wainena!
There it is.
Beautiful bounce pass.
That's the dunk you wanted to see.
That's the exclamation
Yeah.
point done. And Dennis is usually good for at least one of them per game. There it was to put his team up 8 again. Ellison muscling his way to the basket.
Yeah.
Blocking foul.
He can do that. He could keep doing that. I hope that, Fisher probably breathing in his ear saying, look, you got the left, go. Big thing here is Mackey had 18 in their first game on January 3rd.
Yeah.
4 today.
Wow. 4:06 to go. Hudson Nichols flings it across court. Luke Anderson absorbs some contact. In rhythm, Nichols.
Oh, that's his second 3-ball of the game.
Hudson shoots it from about Hudson and gets 3 more.
You would know.
I would. A 5-point lead for
They
South.
were under 4 to play.
Stanway reverses directions 3 times, and what happened there? He went over the midcourt line,
Yep.
over and back.
Yep.
Or he carried
No,
it.
he palmed it.
Yeah,
carried
he carried it.
Palmed it.
Carried
Okay.
it. Carried,
I
not
didn't think-
palm, carried.
Somebody dusted off the carry out of the rule book.
Boy, no, really, you never see that call.
No,
Oh
but
man.
it's kind of what you do.
You do in girls' games a lot. You don't in guys.
BG trying to make it a 1-possession game, down by 5. Matarazzo kicks it to Hudson Nichols. He's in the corner.
Wainena forces a change there.
Will Ellison go to the basket? Gives it to Matarazzo. All the way over to the other corner, Hudson Nichols goes. Bounce
There it
pass
is.
right up with
That's
it.
a terrific
Strong.
play.
What a play by Robert Canaway. Timeout
Yeah,
South.
they got to get it to you. That was a beautiful swing, and then feed the middle, bounce pass underneath.
And
Just
now
like they
it's a
scripted it.
3-point game.
How many times has South taken about close to double digits?
Yeah,
or-
and then BG comes right back.
and tightens it right back up again.
It's-
Look at this game. And Trinity Bedford, 3 minutes left to go in the half. Trinity just has a formula
19-point game? Is
Yeah.
that 42-25?
17.
17.
Yeah.
Point lead for Trinity.
Wow.
That's amazing.
And I'm just glancing down here, consistently seeing Bedford missing their shots and Trinity making theirs, and kind of slowing down the pace. So Bedford will hope for a different story in the second half to preserve their #1 seed and championship hopes, but they're in a struggle right now in their first playoff game after the bye. So back on court we go. This thing coming down to the wire. It was a 4-point difference in the regular season. It's a 3-point difference right now with just over 2 minutes left. John Collins with Rich McDonough and Tom King.
It's actually 3. The light bulb's out over there. It's 3:12.
That's a 3-12. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, big
3:12.
difference.
We've been conditioned over here.
Yes.
Yep. Look.
And here comes
Get my
Zach
job as
Caruso.
a city employee and change light bulbs on scoreboards.
Zach Stanway with it, being marked by Spencer Matarazzo. Alice Roy Cortez with Canaway on him. Up top is,
Nice
and then
play.
loose behind everybody, Zach Stanway. Nicely done by the Panthers.
Yeah, coach drew that up.
Coming out of the huddle.
Yep.
South back up 5, 48-43. Ellison a long way from the basket, goes behind the back.
Oh, Matarazzo
and
wanted
gets
to
it
take
back,
it.
and now Ellison strong to the hoop. Javari for 2.
I see your backdoor cut and raise you one.
Exactly. So
basketball.
a one-score game again. Castanway to his left.
But Guertin needs a stop in these situations, right? They haven't gotten this very often.
No.
All right, Winena is picking away over here.
And in the paint, Caruso
switch.
gives it to Alice Roy Cortez.
They got to switch, and Castanway is
no shot clock,
Matarazzo
remember,
on him.
so they are going to take some time off the clock. I don't blame them.
Yeah, 2:05 to go, and a block. And holding his right knee is Alice Roy Cortez.
I think it's
hope
a charge.
we're okay.
Charge. Called a charge.
They called a charge on him. Looks like he banged knees with somebody.
He did. He banged knees, I believe, with Canaway.
He's right back
not
up.
Sure.
Whoops.
Canaway out.
Little girl
Anderson
over here
in.
on the sideline.
She's ready to put me in, coach.
Yeah.
Roy Cortez said he's not coming out.
2
Gotta
minutes.
love it. Gotta love it.
Luke Anderson swings it to Robert Canaway. Santa Suazo in rhythm. Hudson Nichols. No.
That's
Ellison.
a foul on Caruso. Did they call it?
Who's it on? It's on South.
Call on
Winena.
Winena, probably on the rebound.
No, it's
right.
Caruso pushing.
Oh, it was 0.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's
Anthony,
as
you
far as
can't
I can
do
see
that,
these
champ.
days, Jeff.
Teams are even with 5 apiece.
Did you go with the fist for 0? Is that
Yes.
what the official did? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
5 apiece in terms of team fouls.
Spencer Matarazzo.
Got to take a good shot, though.
There was nothing there for Anderson because Hedquist was all over him.
They're trying to see if they can get a 3.
Ellison.
Well, they're
Gives it up.
overloading the left side here.
Oh, they said poked out of bounds off of
Yep.
Santa Suazo, and he disagrees.
I think it touched Santa Suazo's hand after Hedquist made the play.
How many quiet grit plays has
that's a
Hedquist
big
made
play.
today? A ton.
Yeah.
Big turnover.
Yeah, with $1:37 left. And they're very capable of chewing a minute.
Here's Castanway with it.
And hitting free throws if they're sent to the line.
That's right, Tom.
And here's Karsten Lemire holding it above his head.
Here comes a big
Winena.
setup pick. They got to switch.
Caruso. 1:20 left.
Tell you, there's nobody on this team I really want to foul.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they're
That's
all
a
hit
block.
him.
That's a block.
That's a
It's
block.
a block on Anderson, so it's 6 fouls. So 1:13 to play.
Next one will be the bonus.
Yep.
Don't want to use it yet.
Non-shooting foul. The South will inbound this ball with 1:13 to play in the game. Quarterfinal elimination game coming down to the
Gotta
final
use it
minute.
though with under a minute though. If
See
it
what
gets
they
to
do on
under a
the
minute,
inbounds.
you gotta use it.
Caruso trying to find somebody open. Alice Roy Cortez going to go deep to Castanway.
Hey, he's flirting
Spud
with
is
that
only
5
option.
seconds there.
That was tenacious defense by BG on the inbound. Caruso has it. No breathing room with Anderson on him. 1 minute to go. Zach Castanway to his left, to his right.
Look how quick
Luke
his
Anderson
feet are.
staying with him. Castanway dribbling display. 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Almost time to
South
foul.
up by 3. Are they going to hold on to it for the entire 50?
Well,
Caruso thought about shooting.
Guertin's got a foul.
Yeah,
Got a
you're
foul
right.
right there.
Yep, this is got a foul.
South is holding
That's
this
right
ball.
there. You got a foul.
Winena,
Oh!
and it's stolen. Luke Anderson took it away from Winena.
Let's see if Coach Fisher will use a TO.
Are they going to go
Nope.
for 3?
No, he's not using one.
Santa Suazo has an opportunity to shoot it. No. Canaway.
You don't need to play for free.
Anderson, you're right, but
They
want to make
think
a
they
shot
do.
and foul. They think they
too
do.
much time ticked
Who's
down.
going to take it, though? They're going to lose
Nobody.
it. Alice Roy Cortez. Castanway smartly takes it back out, gets fouled with 6 seconds left. BG didn't take their shot.
Gotta take the shot.
Got to take the
Gotta,
shot.
even if it's just a 2, gotta take the shot.
Get a rebound.
You really ought to call TO.
Oh, that's painful.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't call timeout.
That brilliant steal by Luke Anderson
And-
with
and-
a half minute to go. They had a chance to go down and make a shot, and they didn't take one.
Yeah, you got to hit the reset switch.
And
Calm
South
everybody
steals
down.
it back.
This will do it.
No, it's live.
Here we
6
go.
seconds and a timeout. BG 5.3.
Well, now you got to script your
Now
three-pointer.
you got to shoot it.
Now you gotta shoot it.
Who's shooting it, Tom?
I'd say they'd like Anderson to shoot it, but I think that it would be Anderson It depends on who we get out on the floor. Let's see who he puts out on the floor. I would say Anderson, Canaway, or
Nichols has made
Yeah,
one.
Nichols has two.
Yeah, Nichols is two.
He's
So
got
maybe
great
him.
smooth stroke.
So do you just put all 3-point shooters out there?
Yeah, that's all
Sure.
you
Yeah.
want. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all you want. You
Yeah.
all three guys.
Anybody that could take one.
Secret weapon is
Goes out
Vinny
there.
Lazzari, who played middle school and elementary school with my boy.
Is that right?
And he's got
three-point maker?
a terrific smooth shot, and he's 6'1", I believe now.
He is a senior.
Yep.
Has
Applied
he
to
seen
17
Hasn't
colleges.
seen much action, really. You know this. Hey,
I saw him at the
I'm
dunk.
still reeling from you turning the White House into a pickup joint. Rich McDonough met his wife at the White House, Tom.
There
I
you go.
did.
Yep.
Yeah, lucky me.
Are you the ambassador of basketball? What were you doing at the White House?
I was at the Christmas ball
The
in
Christmas ball.
1999.
What administration was
My
that?
sister, it was Clinton. My sister is the parliamentarian of the U.S. Senate, and I got to go as a guest. Who would know?
Okay, here we go.
Yes, 5.3
5.
seconds to go. The inbound play. Spencer Matarazzo's got to find somebody quick, and they got to shoot it quick. It's going to be Santa
They
Suazo.
should foul him.
He pulls up, he shoots it, and he misses it to the right.
And that's it.
And South advances.
Got a great look. I'm surprised they didn't foul him, because they had one to give.
That's scary, though. If you foul him and he makes it,
Yep.
I know.
yeah, game can end on the free throw. But South escapes, and they answer the
I'll
call.
tell you what, guys. I'm gonna make a prediction here. Okay, if Bedford goes down, these guys get Trinity in the playoffs, in the semis. Okay, and North against somebody in the other side. I'm gonna say right now,
Really?
we could very well see, with Bedford out of the picture, we could very well see a North-South final.
That would be something else.
Very well could see
Final?
that.
Final?
Yeah,
We very well could. It's very possible if Bedford goes away.
that's where the brackets look.
Of course, that would take a win over the Pinkerton-Wyndham winner, which is still yet to be played tonight.
That's right.
But
Yep.
Tom's got a feeling, and we'll see how it plays out. So we have a great crew again. Pete Johnson, my executive producer next to me, has scrambled over here, across the river from north to get this done in a NASCAR pit stop amount of time. Dylan Smith, great job on camera again. Rich McDonough, pleasure to do the game with you.
Always.
And for my partner, Tom King, I'm John Collins. Thanking you for watching. Congratulations, Nashua High South lives on in the 2023 Division I Boys Basketball Tournament as they defeat Bishop Guertin here by 3. John Collins signing off. Thank you for watching, and good evening from the campus of Nashua High School South, everybody.